Hello, this is teacher JB. Let us study English. We're studying the book English Grammar in Use, and today we are studying Unit 35, I'd better. Each time. I'd better. I do. I'd better. Each time. Had better. I'd better. You'd better. So here, I do. Say, I do. I do better. You do. You do better. You do better. I'd better do something means it is advisable to do it. If I don't do it, there will be a problem or a danger. I have to meet Amy in 10 minutes. I'd better go now or I'll be late. Shall I take an umbrella? Yes, you'd better. It might rain. We'd better stop for petrol soon. So petrol is gas or gasoline in American English. The tank is almost empty. The negative is I'd better not. It is I had better not. I'd better not. That jacket looks good on you. Are you going to buy it? I'd better not. It's very expensive. You don't look very well. You'd better not go out tonight. Remember that I'd better, I had better, you'd better, you had better, etc. I'd better phone Chris, hadn't I? We had better go now. Had is normally past, but we use had better for the present or future, not past. I'd better go now. I'd better go tomorrow. We say I'd better do and do not use to. I'd better do. It might rain. We'd better take an umbrella and do not say we'd better to take an umbrella. Had better and should. Had better is similar to should, but not exactly the same. We use had better only for a specific situation, not for things in general. You can use should in all types of situations to give an opinion or give advice. It's late. You'd better go, or you should go. It's a specific situation. You're always at home. You should go out more often. It's in general. So not had better go out. Also, with had better, there is always a danger or a problem if you don't follow the advice. Should means only it's good thing to do. And now compare. It's a great film. You should go and see it. So do not say you'd better go and see it, because it's not a problem. You don't have to see it. The film starts at 8:30. You'd better go now or you'll miss the beginning. So this one a little bit of problem. It's not a big problem, and yet you can miss the beginning part of the movie. So there's a problem. So in this case you use had better, but you can use should too. But this one you can use had better. It's time. You can say it's time for somebody to. It's time to go home, or it's time for us to go home. But you can also say it's late. It's time we went home. So you use past tense. When we use it's time past, for example, it's time we went, etc., the meaning is present, not past. It's time they were here. So they are not here yet. Why are they so late? Not it's time they are here. It's time with past. It's time somebody did something. They should have already done it or started it. We often use this structure to criticize or to complain. So criticism or complaint. This situation can't continue. It's time you did something about it. He's very selfish. It's time he realized that he isn't the most important person in the world. You can also say, it's about time. Jack is a great talker, but it's about time he did something instead of just talking. Now let us do exercises. Read the situations and write sentences with do better or better not. Choose a verb from check, disturb, go, put, resolve, and take. And take is used for the first one. We are going out for a walk with a friend. It looks as if it might rain. So you say, we'd better take an umbrella. You and Kate plan to go to a restaurant tonight. It will be busy. You say to Kate, we'd better reserve a table. We'd better, and then we need a table, so you need to reserve it. We'd better reserve a table. Oliver has just cut himself. It's bleeding and he will need a plaster on it. You say to him, you'd better put a plaster on it. You do better. And don't say to, just put. You'd better put a plaster. A plaster. So plaster could be bandage. You'd better put a plaster on it. Rebecca doesn't look well this morning. Not well enough to go to work. So you say to her, okay, you'd better not go to work this morning. So you'd better not go. Don't say not to go. You'd better not go to work. You'd better not go to work this morning. Number 5. You are going to the cinema, but you are not sure what time the film starts. You say, okay, I'd better. So the film starts, I'd better check. So we have check here. I'd better check what time the film starts. What time the film starts or what time the movie starts. Number 6. We need to talk to you need to talk to your boss, but she's very busy right now. You say to a colleague, now, I'd better not disturb. I'd better not disturb my boss, so I'd better not disturb her right now. Is had better okay in these sentences? Change to should where necessary. I have an appointment in 10 minutes. I'd better go now or I'll be late. So there's a problem. Yes, it is okay. You'd better set your alarm. You have to get up early tomorrow. So this one, maybe there could be a problem if you don't wake up early. So we can say this is okay too. I'm glad you came to see us. You'd better come more often. So this one, we don't see any problem, even if you don't come more often. So we can use should. You should come more often. You should come more often. Okay, number 4. She'll be sad if we don't invite her to the party, so we'd better invite her. Yes, of course, you need that. If you don't, she'll be sad, and if she's sad, maybe you can fight. And number 5. It's nearly time to go out. I'd better get ready. Yes, if you don't get ready, just you'll be late. So this is okay. And number 6, I think everybody had better learn a foreign language. If you learn a foreign language, it is good, but it's not a big problem. So let's use should. So I think everybody should learn a foreign language. Number 7, we've just missed the last bus. We'd better get a taxi. Yes, if we don't get a taxi, we cannot go home. So it's a problem. So we'd better get a taxi. Okay. Complete the sentences. Choose from the box. Better do, did, had, hadn't, I'd, not, to take, should, was, were. It might rain. We'd better take an umbrella. Okay, number 2. Ben needs to know what happened. Somebody do better. Somebody had better tell him. Somebody had better tell him. So let's eliminate this. We'd better park the car here. The road is too narrow. So here, we'd better not park the car here because the road is too narrow. You blank brush your teeth at least twice a day. So you can say you'd better brush, but in a way, just like you should would be better. So you should brush your teeth at least twice a day. Maybe you can just do only once. What are you going to do? As time, decide. As time what? It's time to decide. It's time to decide. It's time we decided. Okay. Blank better not be late. It's an important meeting. So who? Okay. We or I. Okay. So only I here. I'd better not be late. So if I'm late, it's a very important meeting. So it can be a problem. As time they here. So we need to use past tense and they is plural. So were. As time they were here. They promised they wouldn't be late. The window is open. You'd blank close it before you go out. You'd better. You'd better. Why? If you don't close it, just like something can happen. So you'd better close it before you go out. We'd better leave as soon as possible. Okay, now you use a tag question. So what do you use? We'd better leave as soon as possible, and then had better negative hadn't. Hadn't we? Okay. Number 10, the government should blank something about the problem. So what is the should do? Okay, so should do. The government should do something about the problem. As time the government, okay, so this one you're using is time. So we need to use past tense. As time the government did something about the problem. As time something done about the problem. As time something, okay, time, so we need the past tense, and this is passive. So as time something was done about the problem, but here, okay, it's time something was done about the problem. Read the situations and write sentences with as time. Somebody did something. You are at a friend's house. You plan to go home at 11 o'clock. It's already 11 o'clock now. So you say, it's time I went home. You haven't had a holiday for a very long time. You need one now. So you say, each time I had a holiday. I had a holiday. Holiday. I had a holiday. It's 10 o'clock. It's after children's bedtime. You think they should be in bed. Children, bed. It's time. Okay. So it's time. The children. It's time the children went or were. Okay. Were in the bed. Were in the bed. Or if you want, you can say the children went to bed. Okay. Either one. Were in the bed or went to bed. You didn't realize it was too late. You need to start cooking dinner, and it's time. It's time. I started. I started. You can say to cook or cooking. So started, either to cook or cooking. Cooking dinner. It's time. I started cooking dinner. Number 5. Kate is always complaining about everything. You think she complains too much. So, it's time. It's time. So if you're talking to Kate directly, you can say you stopped. It's time you stopped complaining. Or if you're talking to somebody else, you say it's time she or Kate. She or Kate stopped. Stopped complaining. Complaining, I-N-I-N-G, about everything. The last question. The company you work for has been badly managed for a long time. You think some changes should be made. So let's go with each time. Each time. Okay, so we can say some changes, or it's time, some changes. Okay, changes, a plural. Okay, made, were made. So this becomes were because this is plural, changes. Each time some changes were made. Okay, friends, this is the conclusion of today's study. I will come back to you with another unit as soon as possible. Until then, keep studying English and have a great day. Bye.